Hey everyone, welcome back to Deathmatch Dies Act 3. So I've got a really fun challenge run for you today. We're going to go on Leaf. We're going to do Formless Leaf Attack Only. And we're going to use this thing here, the Madness. While not in form, your attack damage and attack speed are increased. So I show you the skill tree here first. We're going to run the Sanguine Indulgence. Whenever you kill an elite or boss enemy, restore a percentage of your life and gain prime damage permanently. It's 15% prime damage. Gonna put Ferocity here with Bloodthirst. So your attack hits have a chance to increase your maximum life temporarily. For every percentage max life you lose, gain Ferocity. That pairs pretty well with Hunger over here. While at a certain life threshold, take damage per second, and your attack hits have a chance to heal you. So you can sort of see the combination here. We're going to be healing. We're going to be increasing our maximum health as we go throughout the run. Then I've just put the 2 extra points into Hatred for prime damage to enemies that have dealt damage to you. I threw on Survivor for extra life total so we can actually survive throughout the run. Just put the alterates, and then I've taken the attack damage 1 over here into Shred because we just had the 1 extra point, and then I've taken Rabies so we can weaken enemies, and then we get more attack damage for the weakened enemies. So it's a pretty fun setup. So we're going to go attack only. We're not going to take anything else whatsoever. So to that end, I've actually put a few banishes on here, but I didn't put any big dice on here because we don't really need that many rolls. Having more ults maybe would be nice, but what we're going to try and do is go for Cromboy and grab a God of War. And then really we want someone with a high damaging attack. And then the third God is really, it's really up to you. So I got the rerolls on these so we can try and get stuff like God of War. But aside from that, 3 banishes just so we can banish the dashes, because we really do not want to take the dashes because we're going attack only. So what are we going to do? We're going to put on the hero. We're going to do this silly item. Your damage is increased, but you have no strike, cast power, or summon slots. And we're going to pair that with Sloth. So every second gain damage permanently 1% and has a 1 second cooldown there. So then, as I said, we're going to use Madness. I've thrown the Black Pearl on with some Master and Legend offers so we can actually get the Master and Legend stuff to show up. And then I've just gone pretty hard into attack speed. Base attack speed is 0.19 seconds, so it's pretty fast. A lot of it's coming from this thing here. We got the extra attack speed from here, and then I've just thrown on a little bit extra where I can get it. And then I've just gone for this pair of boots that has an extra dash charge plus dash distance combination. You don't really have to put something like this on if you don't want to, but it does make dodging the elite tier enemies a lot easier, and they're really the ones that are going to potentially mess you up. Just lastly, we've gone with Life Drainer. It synergizes with the build very, very well. Your attack hits increase your maximum life temporarily. So guys, if you enjoy the attack-only formless run here, hit subscribe to help the channel grow. Hit the little like button while you're down there. So let's get into this one. So it's going to be interesting. Leaf here does have a very short attack range here. So seeing someone like Nin for Mountainous Might is an interesting choice. We just want someone who has a reasonably high damaging attack to boost up our attack. Crom is a good choice. We could roll him here. We'll definitely get rid of the charge. Okay, let's roll him. Why not? Okay, he just shows up with God of War. I mean, we take those, right? Okay, that's one of the reasons we put the Master and Legend offers on the gear, though, so we can get stuff like that. Fatalities, just quietly, very strong on this sort of build, too, when if you're going for an attack-only type of challenge on a close-range character. Just being able to casually one-tap the really high-tier enemies can be really nice. We could take her attack. It's pretty high damage, it has area, and we can chill, which is pretty cool. You know what? Why don't we put a Winter on this one? So let's do that. In terms of the other god, I mean, we'll see what we get. I mean, someone like Legong for haste can be pretty fun. As I said before, Nin for the attack area is an interesting choice. We could even take Justice for the wings to get around a little bit faster. Okay, Legong does show up. Do we just grab the haste and get rid of the ball lightning? Great. I guess we could roll in for a higher level 1. Do we get greedy? Or do we just... what else do we want to roll for realistically, though? I don't know, not much. Let's just spend a couple more here. Okay, we got that. That'll do. That's fine. Okay, that enables us to actually move around the map a little bit faster when we dash into the enemies. Oh, we got max life too, which is actually pretty nice to have here since we're pretty squishy on the build. We only came in with like 100, just over 100 life, something like that. Okay. Okay, we got a heal. We don't really need that. So getting God of War is a pretty nice early start there. But man, I don't know. When it rolls for you, just take it, right? I mean, most situations anyway. I mean, obviously, if you don't want Crom on your team and he shows up with God of War, you can bypass it. But it is one of the strongest legendaries in the game because it just gives you a huge boost to your damage output for everything, right? So it does make us a little squishier, though, because we do take 17% more damage. I think it's 17% more damage as well, so that'll be interesting to see against the bosses how that goes. But I think the extra damage output is going to enable us to kill them reasonably quickly. We'll see how this challenge run ends up anyway. If you guys have an interesting challenge run you want to see on the channel, let me know. Okay, what do we got here? When you kill 30 enemies... this one could be alright, I guess. Why don't we take it? Yeah, if you guys have a particular challenge run you'd like to see, feel free to let me know with a comment. Someone did suggest we try a particular build on Maris using the fire... What's it called? Firebolt? There is a special affix it can roll called Firebolt, which just spews out basically... I mean, it's firebolts, basically. Fireballs, I guess you would say. So on someone like Cast Maris, that would be really, really fun. And I do actually have a weapon that has that on there, so we could potentially do that. I don't know how many gear pieces I have with that affix on. I think it is considered a cast, right? So it should, in theory, be able to roll in the slots that roll cast. I would have to have a look in my stash. Haven't really looked for that just yet, but that is one suggestion that was thrown out there, so we might give that a go. That sounds pretty fun. And I did mess around with that particular staff once on one of the live streams. Okay, let's take the 20% for 9 seconds. That feels pretty good. Yeah, so the skeletons, you know, they're not really too much of a problem. The archers can be a little bit of a menace. Some of the higher tier enemies, though, that we will eventually have to fight here can do big damage to us still, so... we're going to have to get our dodge on for those guys. And, of course, the boss fights can, you know, they can still kill us in a couple of hits, so... especially if we don't have the extra HP from the attack spam that we're doing here from the skill tree. So, okay, we've got damage. We'll pop you. Okay. So attack only on Leaf here. Why do it on Leaf? So Leaf has like one of the shortest range attacks in the game. So I just thought it'd be fun to do a challenge run on this character, and we haven't been on Leaf for a little bit. So as you can see, though, as long as we're attacking fast, we can heal. We can do some pretty decent damage output. We'll see what kind of nodes we can get along the way. Man, we're just getting Legong here at the moment. I guess we take him to move around faster. I mean, that's the thing. I kind of want to maybe take the attacks, though. So, I don't know, maybe we ult for Winter and try and get her devotion, maybe. Okay. Let's keep going here. Experience. Yeah, so, one thing that I sort of... I don't know what the word I'd use is there, but sort of realized going back to playing Act 1 on the fresh file is just how much I really enjoyed the sort of waves where they kind of lock you in and give you a specific challenge, like the slimes in Act 1, or even the cats in Act 2. I think that's sort of something that's missing from Act 3 here that that makes the act sort of stand out. I mean, obviously you got the aesthetic of the actual map, and there's some different map nodes in the different maps, but aside from that, I mean, enemies as well, right? But on this map in particular, you're just highly encouraged just to node farm the entire time, which, to be honest, gets a little samey after a while. Let's take the hero's journey. We could take curiosity as well, but let's take hero's journey here for even more damage. Yeah, this map in particular, you just feel like you're encouraged just to be node running the entire time. There are no waves that sort of, I mean, I guess their answer was to put crowd control in, but that doesn't feel good. I think it was way more fun to be locked in and have to deal with like eye beams or laser beams coming at you the whole time. That was way more fun, I think, personally. And the slimes from Act 1, man, that is, yeah, way more fun to have challenge waves like that. I think that should be something that they consider. Okay, can you die, please? He keeps empowering them. Okay. Alright. Okay, we did get our chilling attack. Let's just grab it here. We're actually not too far away from the first boss, so maybe we'll stop node farming, just hang near the damage here for a little bit, try and XP farm a little bit instead. We have not seen a magnet yet too, which is a little unfortunate. Using the sloth here, it kind of relies on using the magnets. Unfortunately, the magnet perk on the jewels is totally busted right now too. I was testing it out. It's like, man, why is this not doing anything? Let's just take the Warpack here. Devotion is interesting, but not what we want to take early on here. Maybe later, but probably not. Even we want Winters to show up for the attacks. Come here. Hey, we got him. Okay, we'll see how our attack damages versus the boss here. I don't know if we're going to be able to kill him super quickly. Will we be able to straight face tank, or will we have to dodge around? Probably try and play it safe not to use a res in the first fight if we can avoid it. Let's keep going on the attacks. Yeah, if we do have to use a revive, we'd like to save them for the final boss realistically, because she's going to move around a lot. We have to get up in her face to be able to do any damage to her on this build. So if we do have to use reses, we do want to save them for the last part there. But there are going to be some interesting challenges along the way in some of the later waves here and the bosses. So we'll see how this boss goes right here. Okay. Hero's journey again? Yeah, sure. That's more damage. Okay, here we go. Okay, freezing him is kind of interesting there too. Actually, our damage output is pretty good there. Let's just avoid. Okay, we'll let him suck us back in and then we'll finish him. Yeah, nice. All right, we got him. All right. Okay, a magnet would be fantastic. So let's go and node farm a little bit here, I think. We're really reasonably slow with the sloth on as well. That's one of its drawbacks. I did have one person comment on one of the videos a little while ago saying saying sloth was OP is overstated now. It's like, well, it's pretty strong. It's not as crazy as like the sacrilege and be afraid combo. That is definitely one of the most broken things in the game. But sloth is still pretty strong. And the fact that it was bugged for so long, and is it still bugged? Where the shards will just keep coming towards you. Now, I think not all of the shards come towards you after the magnet runs out. I don't know. We'll have to test it. Honestly haven't used it in a while. I think we used it on maybe one of the Black Lightning builds a little while ago. Okay. Let's kill him. Alright, get rid of these archers. Let's keep node farming though. We do want to find at least one magnet to level up a little bit more here. You see, we get the extra HP. If you have a look down the bottom there, when we are dealing damage, we get the extra HP from that skill tree node. Okay, we did get one here. Let's go. No. Okay, Winter, yes please. Icebound would be pretty good here too. If we can maybe land a master one at some point, that would be nice. Man, we didn't even get that much XP from it. That's the thing. So we don't really have any extra experience gain on the build either. So that's the thing. You could totally put more on. But considering we're relying on Sloth and stuff like Hero for our damage, we don't really need to level up that much. And we actually spent a few on, like, look at this. If we take this here, he'll never come up again, though. So that's a thing. That's kind of interesting. Okay, we do not have upgrade to master, so he will literally never show up again now. So yeah, we devote and then he never comes back. That's interesting. Okay, so let's see what nodes we get over here. So it looks like it is still busted. We are getting some of these XP shards just sucked into us now, so Yeah, it looks like it is still pretty bugged. So that's a thing. But with that being said, we got a real one over here anyway. Okay, can you not kill me from off screen, please? Okay, yeah, so this is going to be an interesting one. We actually did get through the frog boy, not, you know, without too much hassle there. He did a big chunk of damage to us, but had just enough HP to sort of outlast it, so we'll see how the tree boy goes. He's, okay, these guys are probably going to be one of the trickier enemy types to face in the run here. Can we kill him? Yes, we can. You two, please. Okay, we got him. Especially while dealing with the archers. Okay, War Pact is good boss damage. You know what? We can take the boss damage multiplier. Why not? Okay. Do we hold on to this for Tree Boy? We could. Okay, as you can see, not all of the XP gems get sucked up. So it's definitely a bit bugged, but not 100% bugged, I guess you would say. All right. Come on, come at me, dude. Okay, well, that was not the best dodge ever, but calculated. Okay, do we take the Crom? Let's take the Crom Devotion right here. We'll just finish off War Pact, and then he'll never show up again, and then we can pretty much only get Winter and maybe the Fates too, I guess. But they have some extra damage for us anyway, so that's nice. Okay, Leaf. So the Formless Leaf is interesting. I mean, not necessarily my favorite character in the game. Actually, I don't dislike Leaf. I think some of Leaf's builds are really strong. The Eagle build in particular, I really, really enjoy. We can go back and do another Eagle build at some point. I think the Eagle form is really, really fun. We could try like a triple form build too. I haven't tried that. So I don't really know if that's good per se or not. I mean, some of the forms are reasonably strong. The Panther form is, I don't know, I kind of prefer Bear form over Panther form if we're going to compare those two specifically. Let's take out attack damage now. Yeah, I know the Bear form with just having huge attacks and really big strike area and stuff is pretty fun, I think, on the Bear. We might try and do like a max area Bear form build at some point too, I don't know. We'll see how we go. We've done a pretty reasonable spread across the different characters now. I guess we could probably do another Nixie build at some point too. And I haven't even done a Bask in Greatness Lorian build yet, so that is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. So you can expect that one at some point. I probably have enough really good gear now to really make it pretty strong too. I haven't messed around with it yet, but I think I've got enough gear between the cooldown reduction and the crit chance and the strike projectiles, whatever. I think we can make something work, or strike duration even, depending on which strikes we want to go for. And attack speed, of course, is nice to have as well. So it's a mixture of those kind of stats to really make it pop off. Okay. Now, where was that damage node? Let's try and find it again. Is it over here? Okay, we've got two. This is not it. This is a heal. We do not need a heal. Speaking of heals, that's luck. Okay. I think it was over here somewhere. Oh, man. I went too far in my search. About that. That's alright. Okay, there is one over here. Maybe it was here. Oh, hey, buddy. You do some big damage. Oh, he's an elite one. That's why. Okay. He messed me up, dude. I got frozen on top of it. Alright. Okay, let's try and pay attention. Not to die. Okay, this is the node, so that's good. Give me my life back, please. So the amount of healing that Leaf can get too is pretty interesting on the skill tree. And we have the one extra pair of gloves here that increases our HP as well. So that's interesting. No, you can come back here, please. Okay. Oh, yeah. Take this, Scarecrow. Let's go. We wrecked him. All right, nice. All right, so this build ended up being like reasonably strong. I mean, you do have to avoid some of the damage, so you are going to have to dodge on this one. This is not a sort of build where you can just freely not take any damage, you know what I mean, or freely not dodge at all. Okay, I'm waiting for the higher level devotion. It ain't showing up. Just for more blessing damage. With that being said, I guess we don't really need it. All right, well, we'll see how the last few waves go. I think we just take damage, right? Area is all right, too, but let's just take damage multiplier. What are we up to? 6,300. Not too bad. So our attacks are doing some pretty good work out here. Okay, minus attack damage for 30 seconds. That kind of sucks. And we have pretty fast attack speed, too. So we just, well, when we get these skeleton waves, we can just sort of face tank them. Okay, this guy's gonna, yep, he's gonna dash on me. All right, we got him. Okay, oh, we get the extra movement speed from haste, though, which is actually pretty nice. So that's a thing. Okay, would love another magnet by now, but okay. Let's just take the hero's journey. If we end up having to take like a white level curiosity or something later, that's fine. It's not. We don't really need it anymore. We came in with just enough banishes to get rid of the what are they called? The dashes, and then we don't really need that much any more than that on this sort of build where we have sloth. Because it eliminates so many of the blessings out of the pool, we don't really need that many rolls, right? I mean, having a few is really nice. Having a few re-rolls specifically is pretty nice for trying to get some legendaries or whatever, but aside from that, we don't really... Okay, Icebound at Master. Yeah, we take that one. Absolutely, especially if we can get the freeze on the final boss. That'd be really nice. Okay, it's a it's an elite one of these bugs. God, my least favorite enemy in the game, probably. Just constantly debuffing you, man. Oof. Okay, and we got Warpack to 5, so that's nice. Okay, what do we got? Level 23 here, which isn't too bad. Okay, let's roll. Okay, that's fine. We'll just take the damage. If we have to take something that we don't care for that much there, it's not really the end of the world, so... Okay, we saved our revives for the later part of the run here too, so that's nice. I did a couple of test runs, and ooh, we were on a bit of a knife's edge in some of those boss fights, man. I was pretty squishy, not gonna lie. I think I subbed out one piece between then and now, though, which is giving us just a tiny bit of extra HP. Only like 22 or something, but not very much because you just can't get very many life rolls on the tier 3 stuff. I'm just using tier 3 stuff. I probably will try not to use the T2 items now that I know that they are... some of them are not accessible to you guys anymore. If we want to do like a super gimmick run where we stack Master and Legends, maybe I'll consider it, but... aside from that, I'll probably just ignore those items at this point. Okay, more max life though, so we're actually getting a little bit lucky with some of the nodes for max life in the run here. So that's kind of nice. It'll keep us alive potentially in the final battle here. She's going to be moving around a lot though, so we're going to have to chase her down pretty hard. One of the reasons that I have this pair of boots on specifically is the extra dash distance and dash reach, dash charge, which is really nice. Having 3 on this kind of setup does enable you to dash around, dodge around a lot more, so that's actually really helpful. Okay, we've got a mirror, but I guess we just take the attack damage at this point. It's kind of late on in the run. It's not an XP farming sort of run here anyway. Okay, we got curiosity now. I guess we can take it. I mean, enables us to just thin Winter's Loop pull out if we really need to, and just get rid of the Fates and stuff, I guess, if they show back up. But we'll probably just ult away if they show back up anyway at this point. Alright, so this ended up being actually a reasonably cruisy run here. I mean, aside from the fact that I've had to dodge these types of enemies in particular, we have enough damage output that we can just sort of melt through or most of the low tier enemies like pretty easily and just heal off them too, which is nice. Okay, here's a situation where just get rid of it and just roll away. Thor. I guess Thor is not the worst thing ever. A little bit of extra attack damage, but I don't know. It's probably useless. We'll just grab our attack here for now. Okay, cast damage. Ooh, we are not casting today. Alright, we'll just grab that. Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay. Shatter, but we don't really need it now because we're just near the end here anyway. Oh, hello. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, boy. Okay, they bullying me right there. So it's still not a free pass. You still got to dodge. Still got to be careful about some of these enemies. Okay. Attack damage. Sure, we'll take you. Man, it really wants me to take the fates there now. Okay, we got a Master Devotion that time. We'll grab that. Okay. Yes. Get destroyed. Look at this. I don't even have to dodge these guys. We have such fast attack speed. Okay, now I took a hit, so we may as well. I guess we'll take Thor. I mean, if she gets frozen, we can do a little bit of extra damage to her. Is there any damage nodes? We didn't find any more, which is a shame. It's nice to have for the final boss, but I guess not essential. Okay, we got one of these to shop. It's a little late too, huh? All right, that's fine. Let's see how the final boss goes here on this run. Guys, if you do want to see some more early game adventures too, just let me know with a comment down below. We don't have to continue that. It's totally up to you guys, to be honest. I was enjoying the early part of the game, replaying it, so I don't know if you guys want to see a little bit more. We can try and get through to Act 3. Let's just see what kind of shenanigans we can come up with. All right. No, you're not running away. She's doing the dance. Here we go. Come here. Okay. We're actually doing some pretty good damage to her right here. Let's go. Destroyed. All right. Well, it ended up being a reasonably strong build here anyway. Are we full? We are very full. All right. Man, that was actually pretty fun. I don't know. It's a different sort of run to do where you're going attack only on a short range character. As you see, we used some pretty cheeseball items to get, and we got God of War early too. So, you know, it is what it is. It was a fun run anyway. We got only 65 million damage all up, which is actually pretty low for a lot of the builds that we've been doing. You know what I mean? So, okay, let's quickly have a look at the loot haul. I think I had that one in my inventory already. Those two, maybe. That's a unique that I was messing around with. So the reason I put on this other helmet for the banishers, I took that one off. You can put pirate hat on, put banishers somewhere else. We got status. Got a dash projectile, heal and level and summon life. Attack speed and more attack speed. That one's kind of interesting. Oh, look at this. Cast damage and cast duration for Leaf. So that's interesting. Heal and level up. Crit chance with upgrade to Master. That one's pretty cool. And more status stuff. Yeah, that's about it. Alright guys, if you enjoyed that one, consider hitting like and subscribe for me. I'll catch you all in the next video. Hope you all have a fantastic, amazing day. Take it easy.